I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Pay the killing and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 54. 54. I'm on.
First down, Brissett. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. On second down, Brissett again. His throw incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
To throw is Brissett, and he finds Jimmy Graham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down and then some, 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Brissett again. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's first and 10 at the 14. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys in the cornerback position.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Brissett. And able to find Graham, complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it second and goal. Got him open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. At their own 20-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Cousins. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Harris to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver. He got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Brissett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After the penalty, it's Jones. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins the thrower. And he fires one that's intercepted. Hooked on by Jair Alexander. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On first and 10, Brissett. He holds it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! The Vikings take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Preston Smith there on the stop. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
You ain't doing nothing today.
They're working out of the gun. Cousins. It's brought in by Doxson. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Vikings. Josh Doxson, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score already down 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Was fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken the knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it with Jones. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Stephen Weatherly. His defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7, our score. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
We're set on 1st down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Now Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. First down, here's the run with Cook. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39.
First down, Minnesota.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they're down in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because
he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Kenny Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play action now. Cousins. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins now. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Mike's 54.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. Fighting his way through contact. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Cousins being chased out left. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Brissett to throw on 1st. And Graham's got it over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. 1st down, Brissett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. after the sack. Oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Brissett sets to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here's incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. An NFL update there in the second quarter in Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try to get some.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Outside throw complete to Adams. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Brissett now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. Brissett now. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A first down throw for Brissett. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw on second and 10. Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Again, it's Brissett. It's caught outright by Graham. Touchdown, Packers! Jimmy Graham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got it.
Final play of the half. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Dean Lowry. Showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
A loss of 4 yards on the sack. And it's third.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A first throw for the backup, Rosen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Big stop, D.
Running the jet sweep as he's dealing with it. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At their 48-yard line.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen. That's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Gain of 4.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. On that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Pick 6, baby.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming in.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll go again to Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 38-yard line.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On 1st down, it's Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Brissett is caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 16 yards of 1st down.
Double time, guys. Double time. Hey, we got 3 down. 3 down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
51 to Mike, boy. 51. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Here's Brissett. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Tennessee. And the Colts have scored again to widen their lead even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are, almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 5 now. Rosen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here's Rosen. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Josh Rosen, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Back at the 37-yard line.
Set, ready. 60 outlaw. Come on. Exit, exit.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. On the delay, Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
We got double up.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Again, it's Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him?
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
The 15-yard
Check
line.
24, check 24.
On 2nd down and 4. Brissett, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football, and the Packers pick it up. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over, folks.
Security eluded him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that when they open the lead a bit further. A win would be their first of the young season. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. To throw again on 2nd down. Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually